Hello, welcome to the Game of Zons 100 video. This is the second video of today. Today we have the NBA standings through February. Today is January 30th, so I guess I'll just get this video over with now, before the All-Star break. And for the Eastern Conference standings, we have the Indiana Pacers at 35-9, the Miami Heat at 32-12, the Toronto Raptors at 23-21, the Atlanta Hawks at 23-21, the Washington Wizards at 22-22, the Chicago Bulls at 22-22, the Brooklyn Nets at 20-23, the Charlotte Bobcats at 19-27. That is the top 8 teams in the Eastern Conference. So if the playoffs started today, that would be the teams that'd be in the playoffs. And the first thing I notice here is that the team with the worst record of playoff teams is 17 games back of the number 1 seed. So this is a very weak Eastern Conference minus the top 6 teams. When I show the Western Conference in a little bit, you'll see how much stronger the West is. But for the rest of the teams in the East, the Detroit Pistons are 18-27, New York Knicks are 18-27, the Cleveland Cavaliers are 16-29, the Boston Celtics are 15-32, the Philadelphia 76ers are 14-31, the Orlando Magic are 12-34, and the Milwaukee Bucks are 8-36. So the first thing I notice overall about the Eastern Conference is that the Milwaukee Bucks have less wins than the Indiana Pacers have losses. They are the only team left in the NBA with less than 10 wins. Also, the Indiana Pacers are the only team in the entire NBA with less than 10 losses. And they are 3 games up on Miami right now, and that was the Eastern Conference Finals last year. But the East was much stronger last year, primarily because Derrick Rose was still healthy at the end of the season a little bit. And yeah, another big surprise is the Toronto Raptors are sitting right now in the 3rd seed. After trading Rudy Gay, they have been on a mad scramble to increase their playoff position. DeMar DeRozan has been playing great. Kyle Lowry's been playing great. Terrence Ross scored 51 last week. And they're getting good play out of Jonas Valanciunas. And also the Atlanta Hawks, after Josh Smith left and Al Horford got hurt, I thought they were doomed, but it seems that Paul Millsap has been a pretty good signing for them. Jeff Teague has improved. Some other guys that I don't know have played good. And the Washington Wizards also are in the top 5. John Wall, Bradley Beal, and those guys in Washington have been playing good. Chicago, again without Derrick Rose, is doing good. Brooklyn, after starting as one of the worst teams in the East, is up to 7. Charlotte quietly sitting in the 8th seed, even though their 2 best players, Michael Kidd-Gilchrist and Kemba Walker, have been hurt for most of the year. And the biggest disappointment, I think, so far is how badly New York has played. They've turned it around a little bit recently, but they've just been not getting good play out of anyone except for Carmelo. The J.R. Smith shoelace incident was a sidetrack that they didn't need. Amari Stoudemire and Kenyon Martin and Tyson Chandler are their big men. They've been hurt a lot. Bargnani's hurt right now. Prigioni and Felton have been hurt. So it seems they're starting to get it turned around. Now to the Western Conference. The top 8 teams are the Oklahoma City Thunder at 36-10, San Antonio at 33-12, Portland Trail Blazers at 33-13, the Clippers at 32-15, Houston at 30-17, Phoenix at 26-18, Golden State at 27-19, and the Dallas Mavericks at 26-20. The thing that stands out to me so far is the Portland Trail Blazers, who I think were 9th in the Western Conference last year, are sitting 3 games back of the Thunder for the lead. LaMarcus Aldridge should be an all-star starter. Damian Lillard is probably going to be an all-star, if not this year, then next year. Wesley Matthews has been playing good. Batum was playing good. And Brook Lopez, who plays for Brooklyn, his brother Robin, who plays over there. They got Mo Williams down there. They have a nice team for that city who needs something good. And also another surprise, the Phoenix Suns, after stealing Eric Bledsoe from the Clippers, they seem to have a franchise player, Goran Dragic, Miles Plumlee, Gerald Green, G Squared. And Dallas quietly hanging around with aging Dirk and the signing of Monte Ellis. And the rest of the West is the Memphis Grizzlies, the Denver Nuggets, the Minnesota Timberwolves, the New Orleans Pelicans, the Utah Jazz, the Los Angeles Lakers, and the Sacramento Kings. What stands out to me in the bottom half is even the Memphis Grizzlies have still maintained a top 10 team, even without Marc Gasol, who's just recently come back, so they might move ahead of Dallas. Minnesota quietly sitting at 500, and Kevin Love is an all-star. The New Orleans Pelicans are not the worst team in the West in their first year, which is good, even though they should be a playoff team because they're loaded. And the biggest disappointment, I think, right now is probably that the Golden State Warriors are the 7th seed. I would expect much more from them at the beginning of the year. I thought Stephen Curry, even though he is an all-star, I thought he would be putting up bigger numbers. I thought Bogut would play better, and I thought Iguodala would be a big help, but not to be. And another big thing here is San Antonio is down, I think, 4 starters. Thiago Splitter, Kawhi Leonard, Danny Green, and Manu Ginobili got hurt yesterday, so the Spurs are hanging on for dear life, quickly falling behind OKC, who is still without Russell Westbrook. And that's pretty much it for the standings part. And the trivia part of this question is, before Carmelo Anthony scored 62 against Charlotte in the Garden, what was the Madison Square Garden arena scoring record for that arena? Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and look out for more videos. See you later.